We're talking the whole month, this month. The whole month we're spending on the theme of healing. Physical, emotional, spiritual, healing on all levels. What I realize is the Holy Spirit works miracles when we walk through our fears and we walk through our doubts. We absolutely, with that one by the second step, see the fear and the doubt was never real. Yet if we don't take that step, it appears real. And we respond as it's real. And we react and live from these fears and from these doubts, and they hold us back. Spiritual health, however you understand it, always, always, always comes from within. Healing proceeds from our inner soul and then moves outward. The first step, ironically, to healing is taking that first step. As we experience this joy, this adventure called life, every moment and every step and every opportunity and every situation and every conflict and every relationship, we choose to walk in our growth or we choose to resist growth. Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, says that this soul in us, this emotional, spiritual part of us, actually becomes filled with these many accumulated ideas in back of our present experience. You ever be in a situation or an argument or a conflict and all of a sudden hear the voice of your mother or father come out of your mouth? Ouch! You heard it. Come on, tell the truth here. You know, spiritual healing, we walk through the truth. We would never consciously choose those words, yet when we're in default, these accumulated ideas, they show up. Another way of saying this is our very soul expresses itself through our personality. The person who we are, not the God self of us, not our spirit, our personality. We spoke about this last week. It's who we are. It's how we see the world. And then it's how the world sees us. And it is in moments of transition, it is moments of healing where our very soul can grow brilliantly, or it can flicker like that candle in the wind. This personality, this soul, this emotional, beautiful part of us grows when we take that first step and we walk in healing. See, we have a capacity inside of ourselves to walk in greatness no matter what the outer circumstances are. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the doctor said, no matter what the finances look like, no matter what is going on outside, this soul in us can walk in greatness. And we can let go of restraints and obstacles that hold us back. We did an experiment, I think it was in the 4T class, and I asked everyone to share on paper, privately, the top 3 dreams and goals in their life. And it was a sort of setup. But I'll let you know, they already did it. And I asked them to do each goal on a separate sheet of paper. And then we went back on this first sheet of paper, I asked them to write all the reasons why that goal and that dream hasn't been met yet. Then the second one, I asked the same thing. Go back to the second sheet of paper. One could have been a physical fitness goal. The other could have been an employment goal. The third could have been a relationship goal. And you know what they learned? All the excuses were the same. Ultimately, when they were taken out of the situation, they realized that the restraints that were holding them back from a goal of working out, or a goal of earning more money, or a goal of being in a relationship were absolutely the same. Fear, doubt, insecurity. And so how do we walk in healing this morning? We ultimately begin with the presence of God. That still small voice. God that speaks words that are not words, but we truly sense and understand. That moving spirit in our life, that breath. And we can commune with this presence. Commune comes from a verb, communicate. And understand, it implies a two-way conversation. This is a lecture. This is a sermon. This is a speech. Generally, I speak and everybody listens. This is not communication. Communication is during the week classes. Communication is during the prayer circles. And then I listen. When we commune with the presence of God, we should actually spend a lot more time listening because God already knows. We don't really need to tell our story to the Lord of our very being. We get so caught up in the story, we forget the most important part of communing with the presence of God is being still and listening. And it is in that stillness where we receive the guidance. And then we can walk in that guidance. We can re-language the way that we tell our story. We can reframe how we see ourselves in that situation. We have the ability through this soul to look past the situation and reach the finish line before we get out of the chair. You see, many times we dream how amazing our life can be in the quietness of our own mind. We vision how wonderful it could be. And there should be a period at the end of that sentence, because it's true. Unfortunately, many times we put a comma. How wonderful my life could be, but how wonderful my life will be if. But and if are the personalities showing up. If God has willed something in your life, it is already done in the mind of God. And any unwillingness is on our personality part. That part of us, it's like the baggage that we drag around with.